Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Ready
Um,
for fun?
yes, totally. What's going on?
What is not going on? Some crazy weather over here with a lot of wind and rain. Of course, nothing compared to what's going on in the direct path of Hurricane Lauren. So, if anyone here is in Texas or Louisiana and, in the thick of it, we are definitely sending all of our most positive thoughts your way.
Absolutely. Well, we have a first time viewer here. Hi, Bill. Nice to see you.
Awesome.
And
Well,
we've got
Bill.
Kevin and Sharon. Oh, Sharon, I meant to email you earlier. Sharon won a prize, one of my Christmas in July prizes. Turns out the postage was off. So I got a notice. I went down to the post office yesterday, gave them the extra money. It's on the way to you. So sorry about that.
That is great.
Hi, Barbie.
Let's
Who
see.
else do we have? Are you seeing the comments this time?
Yes, I see
Okay,
all
good.
the comments. Good thing. I also see Kevin join on YouTube. Welcome, Kevin. Thanks
Yeah,
for
Kevin, who?
Kevin Brubaker.
Hi, Kevin. And we've got Tracy and Michelle. Hey, Patrick over on the West Coast. Hi, Penny.
Awesome. I also see Lee and I see Amy. I had to do quite a bit of scrolling to catch up. I was way too high up on the list. And
I've
I
got
see
Sharon.
Jessica, Chrissy.
Awesome. Hi, Michelle. It's absolutely lovely to see you here.
Of course. I am
Melissa's coming in
super.
from Virginia.
Oh, you know what, guys? Let's do that. Now that we were talking a little bit about the weather and stuff going on, why don't we do a little geography roll call? Why don't you guys maybe share what state or city and state that you guys are from? It's always nice to either get a refresher or have some new people around here get to join in those type of fun things.
I love that, but you know what? I'm so close with a lot of these Disney friends. I could tell you where many of them are coming in from. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Imogene. Oh, you're welcome. It was so much fun sharing my trip with all of you. I had said somewhere, I don't know, on social media, I guess, that it never quite feels like a lonely solo trip when I can share it with all of you. It really does feel like I'm traveling with friends.
I see that Eileen is from New York City. Eileen, you're not all that far from me because I'm over here on Long Island.
That's right. We've got Barry from Pennsylvania. I know Dolores is in Pennsylvania. Michelle calls
Still.
Michigan home. We've got a couple of Virginia, a couple of Michigan,
Look at that.
Massachusetts, Western New York, Mary Catherine Flynn. Whereabouts, Mary Catherine?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Christy, you're in North Carolina too, representing.
Some of them, probably not as many as you do, Kat, but I do know where some of you guys are from, just in conversing back and forth and being Facebook friends with some of you.
Yeah.
But it is, especially for
And
me,
sending out prizes.
that is true too.
Oh, no worries, Diane. You're not really late. We're just kind of doing the little welcome roll call here.
Exactly. So, Trina, I will take that as a compliment. Trina says,
Danny with no accent? Are you
wow.
kidding? Trina, you have to hang out with him a little bit more.
Maybe it's because like I'm going like more like professional voice. When I'm
That must be it.
maybe that's it.
You've got your podcast voice on.
Oh,
Hey, Marissa.
that is awesome.
Oh, Jessica, you're going to be in Disney World in 8 days. Well, we can't wait to follow along with
Ooh.
you. Awesome.
That is very exciting, Jessica. Have a blast. And of course, I mean, if you want to send us some pictures while you're on your trip, that would be very much appreciated.
Would love that. Would
Love
love
it.
that. Hey, let's see. Bill is going also 10 days. Is that right, Bill? 10 days for
Awesome.
Bill. Dolores was born in Brooklyn. My parents were both born in Brooklyn. I spent a lot of my younger years visiting my grandparents and family there. I love Brooklyn. So let's hear the real Danny voice.
I don't even know how I would go about it. Like, to me, in my head, I think this is like the real voice. Like, I'm not even meaning to sound different, but who knows? Maybe when we get into the thick of the debate tonight, if Kat tries to like twist the knife, and really try to get yet another victory up on me, I might need to,
You know what happens when I twist the knife? It happens every time. You laugh. You don't get mad. You laugh. Lee is asking, I'm sorry. Hi, Jack and Mila say hi. Hi.
Hi, guys. That's my cousin Janelle with her adorable twins, Jack and Mila, who love to tune in. They are the cutest ever. And that's my son right there, too, the one with the pacifier. That's Leo. Let's see.
Lee's asking what town on the island you're from.
So I am like right in the middle of the island in Smithtown. So that's in Suffolk County.
So I am originally from Huntington, Long Island. Now, Huntington is how my newscaster voice says it. But when I was actually living on Long Island, it was Huntington.
Yeah.
So see, there's that little nuance from the island. It's Huntington when you live there, Huntington when you're, on a podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, nice to see you. Oh, her connection is crumbly tonight. Is anybody else having a tough time with the connection? Please let us know. Not that we can really do anything about it, but we like to.
Of course. I love that.
Long Island, yes, Long Island. Though I never said that. I would say Long Island, like soft D, Long Island.
Long Island. I guess
So soft D, right? Long Island.
Yeah.
I never was a Long Island type of person.
No, me neither.
But there are plenty of them around. Oh, that's right, Kelly. You're like in the boonies, living the farm life. So yeah, you're probably right. The connection is you.
And Penny says we've heard a hint of it when he's putting something on the disc.
Oh, good point,
That
Penny.
is also good to know.
That's when he gets fired up. Yes, I love it. So we've got Bill here. Now, I know that Bill knows who I am, but Danny, how about for our first timers, you introduce yourself?
I would love to. So I am Danny McBride, as you can tell, a co-host here at Debating Disney Tonight, but I am also the social media manager at Get Down to Disney, social media manager at Destinations to Travel, and a writer and contributor to WDW Magazine.
Excellent. And for those of you who may be tuning in, and I don't know, you're not part of my Facebook group or anything, my name is Kat Wolf. I am the chief businesswoman at Get Down to Disney. I am the co-host to this fine show. I'm the creator of the Agent Prep program and Plussing It memberships, which really helps to boost up Disney-focused travel agents' business. I'm a feature writer for WDW Magazine and all-around Disney fan. That's me. Welcome to our show.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it all up. So
I love that. I love that. You see what Joe Vaughn said?
Let me see.
If you've ever seen the movie Fargo, everyone says I talk just like them. I have seen the movie Fargo. Have you?
I have, but a while ago.
Yeah, but I mean, the way they spoke was definitely unique.
Is that with Steve Buscemi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes.
The wood chipper scene? Yeah, that's the movie.
I got it. So we have quite a debate planned for tonight, don't we?
Yeah, well, not really, because, I'm right and you're wrong, so it'll be really cut and dry.
God, that is coming after. I don't know what type of lead Kat has. It is a pretty significant lead. So I can really use as many votes as I can get, guys. Every vote does count. And
you're trying to get the sympathy vote right now.
But listen, somebody once said that a single grain of rice can tip the scale. One man may be the difference between victory and defeat.
Oh, I wonder who said that.
I don't know.
Sounds familiar.
If it sounds familiar to you guys too, Kat, what can they do?
You put the movie in the comments that quote is from, and you could win one of our super cool Debating Disney decals. So, Danny, say that one more time.
It is a single grain of rice can tip the scale. One man may be the difference between victory and defeat.
There you go. So, for those of you who are just joining us or haven't been with us for a while, we do this movie quote at the beginning of every show. So, you have the opportunity to win one of our Debating Disney decals. All you have to do is put the movie that quote is from in the comments, and you're entered to win. It's easy as that.
And speaking of winning things, Kat, we have a fully restocked prize wheel for tonight, don't we?
Yes, and it is including something I brought back from my trip. I just got back from a 4-day stay at Walt Disney World. So one of the things on the prize wheel is this 2020 magnet, because I think all of us probably want to forget this year, but it was, it's pretty historical for Walt Disney World. So I think having some 2020 merch will be pretty fun to have. Oh, we've got some right answers. Ooh, I like Susanna put a little dragon in there too. Oh, and a sword. Excellent, Kelly.
Creative, guys. I love it.
I love it. All right. So, Danny, you are the puppet master of this. So what are we doing first?
We are going to switch things up a little bit tonight, and we are going to kick off with me putting you on the spot.
All right.
You think you're ready?
I'm always ready. I'm ready.
So let me ask you, do you miss nighttime spectaculars at Walt Disney World?
More than anything.
So I'm very interested to see how you're going to perform during this 5 rapid fire nighttime spectacular Would You Rather question series.
Hold on one second. I love how he thinks he's going to get me because he doesn't even know what my on the spot is going to be. And you're going to hear him gasp at least twice. Trust me. Trust me on this. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so now this is what you want to see first when you return, like when nighttime spectacular return to Walt Disney World.
Okay.
Would you want to see Epcot Forever or Harmonious?
Harmonious.
Okay. Oh, guys, definitely keep playing along.
Let us know what you think too.
So Harmonious or Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular?
Harmonious.
Harmonious or The Tree of Life Awakenings?
Harmonious.
Harmonious or Phantasmic?
Harmonious.
Harmonious or Happily Ever After?
Harmonious. I haven't seen Harmonious yet. I've seen Happily Ever After a lot. Love it. Love it. You have to see it if you haven't yet, but definitely Harmonious.
I would have to agree. And just to see if you recall, when you heard a sneak preview of Harmonious performed live, where were you and who were you watching that
I was with my buddy, Danny McBride, at D23.
That's right.
That was so fun. I love that we got to do that together. That was amazing.
And who made you wake up very, very early that morning?
And who took a selfie like this, because I was not intending to go to that thing at all. I was like, Dan, you go. You just report. And he kept texting me, come on, please. I'll meet you, because I was staying at a different hotel. I'll meet you. We'll go together. All right. I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you bullied me into doing it.
Oh, I really did. But it was so, like, I knew that you were going to love it even before you knew that you were going to love it.
See that? We know each other so well.
Yeah.
And that's why, boom, I'm going to get you right now.
Oh, no. You may have, I can let everybody know that you may have let me in on the high difficulty of the on-the-spot questions even before the show started tonight. So
I did. I gave him a little advance notice that he was going to have a problem. So I'm sure most of you know what a foodie Danny is and how much he just loves food. So while I was at Disney World this last week, I kept texting him pictures of the food I was having. And I know it's mean, but it was fun too. So Dan, we're going to go with, what foods would you rather have when you get back to Walt Disney World? Because I know you were chomping at the bit to go and just waiting for Cuomo to drop that 14-day quarantine.
That's
So
right.
are you ready for this?
I am so literally chomping at the bit.
Bump. We need sound effects. All right.
We do.
So first up, I'm coming in hot.
Okay.
Buffalo chicken tots from Friar's Nook or buffalo chicken chips from Trilobites?
I'm going to go buffalo chicken tots.
Tots. A Simba pretzel or a Germany pretzel?
Ooh, Germany pretzel.
Good man. A Dole Whip or a citrus swirl?
Can it be a Dole Whip float?
No. Well, okay.
Then I would go Dole Whip.
Okay. Mickey waffles for breakfast or a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit?
Oh, Mickey waffles 1,000,000%.
Okay, just because I put that in there because I sent him a picture of my sausage, egg, and cheese, and he said, and I quote, "Oh my God, I want 10 of those." That's what he said. I want 10 of those. All right, and this is the final one, and I'm going to apologize because I really feel bad for doing this to you.
Oh no.
A Pongo Lumpia or school bread?
I knew. I was like, she's got to go something Pandora or something like World Showcase, and there. Like, I knew going into it, when we were doing food, I'm like, that's where we have to be.
He's stalling right now, just so you know.
This is like what I would do if I was trying to tell a 99 formula joke, Citizens of Hollywood style, and I would just keep, going off on a tangent until I can come up with an answer.
That's exactly, I know. You lose.
Okay, if I had to choose, I would go school bread.
Really? Okay. Well, there you go.
I recently saw, I am not good in the kitchen whatsoever, so I would never attempt this. Kara definitely would, but I recently saw, I forget where it was, but it was a recipe to make school bread from home, and I was like, ooh, I would love that. Not to try it, but I would totally botch. But
does your mom bake?
She can. She doesn't really like to bake that much. Kara's more of a cook than a baker too, so she's not really into like dessert creation. It's more food.
I would try it for you. I'm a baker, but I wonder if it would ship all right.
There's an idea.
Christmas. Maybe I'll do that for you.
I would go.
What do you guys think? Should I make Danny a school bread for Christmas and send it or with cookies? I bake tons of cookies, like 60 dozen cookies every year, and send them out to friends and family as gifts. Yes. I've been doing it since I'm 18. So that's 30 years of baking.
Wow. I put cookies to use. Remember last year it was like the middle of the night when I texted you the following morning. But when I said, wow, those cookies really came in handy, because you guys may or may not know, I might have mentioned here once or twice before, but I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I woke up middle of the night with low blood sugar. And sure enough, there I ended up in the kitchen eating a large pile of Cat's cookies.
They're life-saving. Look at that.
Oh, add that to the resume.
Life-saving cookie baker. So you know what time it is now?
Yes, I do. It's time for you guys to go on the spot with one would you rather question as fast as you can answer. And that is, would you rather stay in a Polynesian bungalow or a Wilderness Lodge Copper Creek cabin? What would you pick? I would definitely, you know me, I would have to go bungalow. But, I mean, those cabins are like no joke.
I've been in one of those cabins. Those cabins are incredible. Not that the bungalows aren't, but I'll tell you this. I've not stayed a night in either one of them. Michelle McCoy, I think she stayed in the cabins. But when we were staying at the Polynesian, we were kind of just hanging out at this, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a lookout area. You go, it's up a hill a little bit, and it was nighttime. And it was probably like 10 o'clock. And the boats were coming in, the little friendship boats, and they honked their horn several times as they're coming into the dock. I was like, wow, if I was trying to sleep, I am such a light sleeper. I was like, I don't know if I could really have a good night's sleep if the parks were open late, because they have to blow the horn on those boats. So it's just something to think about with those cats. I don't know if you could hear it in the cabins, Michelle. Can pipe in on that one, but when we were over at the Poly, I was like, ooh, well, that would be really, spend all that money and then you can't get a good night's sleep.
That's great.
I put a little earbuds in or something like that.
But you know me, I've told you about this. I could sleep through, I don't even know what. When I'm like sleeping, it's tough to wake me up. If like there was, any legit reason for me to need to spring up middle of the night, I don't know. Aside from waking up from having low blood sugar, I don't know what else can actually do it. So me, I'd be like, what horns? I don't even know what you're talking about.
So what happened to me was I had a child, and then after that, forget it. I wake up like that.
So thank you, Marissa. Marissa just read the sign over my shoulder. I am very glad that you happened to notice that and very excited to reference that in a few minutes.
It's no louder than at the Grand Floridian. Okay, cool. Good to know. So Bill is staying at the Wilderness Lodge, Boulder Ridge in 10 days. Really
nice.
Gorgeous over there, Bill. Really, really gorgeous. So when we went with my entire family in 2018, my family stayed in the Copper Creek side, and my brother, he rented a 3-bedroom villa over on the Boulder Ridge side. So cool. Make sure when you go through the little main building of Boulder Ridge, you go into like the library room. There's a piece of Walt's train that he used to run in his backyard there. It's really, really very cool. Make sure you stop by and see that, Bill.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There is one other order of business, Kat, for us to take care of before we get into our debate tonight.
Okay.
That is for you to share with us some fun little stories or tidbits from your recent Disney trip.
Oh, it was amazing. So, all right, with all this COVID craziness, Walt Disney World is a modified experience. I'm not going to say, and I know a lot of people in some of the groups are saying, how can they charge so much money when it's a less than experience? It's not a less than experience. It's a modified experience. If you ask me, this trip that I just went on was more magical, had more pixie dust, had more of a positive vibe than so many of the trips in the past where it was quote unquote normal. Cast members just seemed just so happy that you were there. Now, granted, having to deal with some people with the mask issues, I'm sure it gets a little tired, but for the most part, cast members were really very positive. I didn't encounter any negative or grumpy cast members, I guess. If we're going to use dwarf references, everyone was a happy cast member. The trip started off totally magical, which is my dust entry, so I'm not going to start off with that. But Disney is doing such incredible things to not only make you feel safe, but to actually keep you safe. I mean, there's a lot of things that they could say that they're doing, but they're really enforcing it. So I hope that you'll join me on Wednesday. I'm going to host a business meeting that's like a trip report with tons of photos. I'm going to show you everything that I went through, all the ways Disney is keeping you safe, the amazingly low crowds, tons of elbow room walking down Main Street USA. The only negative was that it was hot. And right now, Disney can't do anything about that. Maybe one day it'll actually be inside a bubble, but they can't control the weather. So, that 90 plus degrees and 5,000% humidity with a mask is rough. That is rough, but there's relaxation stations. Just get a drink of water, a bottle of water or a cup of water. They still offer the free ice water. Sit down, take your mask off and drink it and, just refresh. Definitely lots of cooling towels, maybe a personal fan. Don't worry about your hair and makeup because trust me, it's all going to fall. It's going to melt off. I tried. But it was amazing. And this was my second trip down there. I was in the Orlando area in July visiting some family. So, of course, we were going to duck down into Disney World for a couple of days. Thank you, Melissa. I see it's great following along on the trip. I'm so thankful that you were following along. I appreciate that. But so when we were there in July, I'll wrap this up quick. I know we're on a time schedule.
I think we're doing good.
We're good. We only got to visit 2 parks. So it was the Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios then because I wanted to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So I really missed Epcot and we didn't get to go to Animal Kingdom. So this time I had 2 full days and 2 half days. So my 2 full days were Epcot and Animal Kingdom. And I just had a great time. It could only have been better if I had friends and family with me. I mean, that's really the only way that it could have been better. It exceeded my expectations. And I will tell you this, the only thing, because I had been there already in July and saw, what they were doing and I felt completely safe. I had not a worry about getting sick or contracting anything because I know what I do to protect myself. And Disney was doing that too. So it was like, I felt double protected. But we drove last time. This time I was flying. And that's the only thing that gave me pause because I wasn't exactly sure how the airport was going to handle it or how Southwest was going to handle it. So my local airport, I traveled on a Saturday. My local airport was more crowded than I anticipated because I was following along with people who had traveled during the week. So it was a Saturday, makes sense, more crowded. But Southwest was wonderful in how they loaded the plane and how they kept aisle seats empty. But, not a lot of people were on the plane anyway. There was still a lot of space. At Orlando, though, the factor is always how other people conduct themselves. So when you get to that monorail to go from one terminal to the next, that really got a little crowded. That was a little, sketchy to me. So I just stood back, let the masses go and waited for the next one because that was just, people, I'll tell you, even for myself, now I knew I had to wear a mask. I was wearing a mask for 2 full days. That 3rd day I got up, I left my room, totally forgot the mask. Like, it's just not, it's not intuitive right now. It's not something that you've always done. So I had to turn around and go back and get my mask. But it was wonderful. So I hope you join me Wednesday night, 8:00 on the Get Down to Disney Facebook page. I'm going to be on here live, go and show you some pictures and some videos and talk all about the trip.
That sounds awesome. I will be there.
Woo!
That is great. I am so jealous. And
I just want to answer some questions here. Yes, Chrissy, that was RDU. Jess, that was my concern going home. I traveled on a Tuesday, easy breezy. The flight I was on for Southwest accommodated 140 people, and there were actually 30 people on the flight. So there was plenty of room. And I have pictures, which I will show on Wednesday night of, Tuesday afternoon, the airport was just about empty. There was nobody there. So my recommendation would be, if you're concerned about crowds at the airport, try and just travel during the week.
I heard the same thing. A family friend recently took her daughter down to college in Florida, and she was at the local airport up here on Long Island, and she was like, that airport was, not that it was very crowded, but she was like, this one was way more crowded than the Orlando airport. She was like, the Orlando airport was a ghost town. She took like a weekday flight coming back home. So there was nobody there.
Yeah.
But
as they start lifting, like I heard DeSantis say that he was comfortable with, increasing capacity at the theme park. So, as we get further into the fall and into the winter, more people will start to travel. So, you just gotta, keep your eye out. I'll be down there again in October and November, and I'll just keep reporting and letting you know. But right now, Disney is handling it wonderfully.
That's what, I mean, not even from being there, but that's what I've seen too, just from watching all of my YouTube vloggers that I keep tabs on and, watching people on Facebook Live and bloggers. I'm trying to see as much of what's going on down there as possible, so I know for when I'm going to finally get to go. So, it all looks great to me. I'm just itching to get down there beyond belief.
I know I was posting some videos of like completely empty areas, and some people were saying, it looks sad. Not all areas of the theme park are empty. The videos that I was showing and the pictures I was showing is just kind of a representation of where you can go if you want to get away from most of the people. So yeah. A lot of people are on Main Street. They're taking pictures, they're getting something to eat, gathering at the hub. Then there's a lot of people in Fantasyland with their little kids waiting to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Those big ticket rides are where a lot of people are, but everybody is spaced 6 feet apart. Can a person still ride the Magical Express? And how about airport luggage check-in? Magical Express is working. You have to bring your own luggage. They're not doing luggage retrieval, and they are no longer doing airport check-in. So you'll have to bring your bag with you and check it at the airport. This was interesting. At Southwest, they made you tag your own bag. So they had kiosks set up. Oh. You had to type in all your information, and just like the Magical Express luggage tags, it would print out, you peel off the sticky part, stick it together, and then bring it up to the attendant.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I love it. And Chrissy, I am with you. Chrissy said she loved the Pandora views. And yeah.
Chrissy, I took a video of the waterfall, the main waterfall there and the floating, whatever you call them. I don't know. I'm not a big Pandora fan, but the floating thing. I videoed it and I just turned it off after 10 seconds, but I was just like, I have to show someone how I can stand here and video this without a single person walking by. It was amazing. And I had a PhotoPass photographer. He's going to go on the dust one day too, in Animal Kingdom. And he had me doing all these poses, and then he was like, we're just going to wait a second. We got to wait for that guy to move. And he's like, normally there's 50 people, so you can't do anything about it. But with one person here, we're going to wait till he moves. So I have PhotoPass photos of me at Animal Kingdom with absolutely nobody behind me. It's incredible.
It's so cool.
Such a great time to go. It really is. And I'm going to say all this again if you come Wednesday night, but if it's your kid's first time, they have no idea what's not available to them. And there's so much magic. I think these character cavalcades are incredibly magical. You don't know when they're coming. It's like the hugest surprise and delight. That's something Disney uses, to add some pixie dust or magic to their guests. And I would so much rather have those throughout the day peppered in, when I least expect it, than have to find a spot an hour before the parade in the beating hot sun just to see the same old parade that I saw, several times before. That's just how I think about it. But I hope there are aspects of these modifications that they keep when things get back to normal.
I would be all for that too, keeping these sporadic character cavalcades instead of Festival of Fantasy, for example. But I do have to pause for a second because I love the Festival of Fantasy soundtrack. So take pieces of that and put that into the other character cavalcades, I would be totally fine with that.
All right. So I see that there's a lot more questions about what's happening now. Let's just put that on pause and we'll talk all about it on Wednesday night because we have to get on with our debate. I would love to spend the entire night talking to you about it. So that's what I'm going to do next Wednesday.
I love it.
Okay.
So as the show rolls on, we are going to do a slightly different style of debate tonight because instead of debating one singular thing versus another, we are going to be debating two. That is right. We are debating attractions, but it's going to be our personal favorite 1-2 punch of attractions. Exactly. So, for example, we're looking for attractions that are in the same park and next to each other that you can very easily hit, in the same little burst. So you might be able to tell based on the sign behind me, some of the other props, what two attractions I am picking. And something over Kat's shoulder, I think, is giving it at least
a little bit of a hint
away for her as well. So, Kat, I will start and ask you, what is your favorite 1-2 punch of Walt Disney World attractions?
Well, I am a classic Walt Disney girl.
Yeah.
Every time classic always wins. So for me, my 1-2 punch would be the Wildest Ride in the Wilderness and then Pirates of the Caribbean.
So I love both of those as well. But to me, I was almost about to choose Rocket and Tower because they're so close and they're right there. But then I was like, hold the phone. Just because that's more of that 1-2 punch has been around a bit longer. Then I was like, let me actually think in terms of quality here. How can we top Flight of Passage literally next door to Na'vi River Journey? So I got the Magic Band ready to go. I got my Dr. Jackie Ogden light box ready to go. And I don't know, there could be a couple of other props that I'm staring at right here that are also ready to go. Who knows?
My attractions don't need props. They are long-standing. You've got an amazing roller coaster experience. Nobody is getting motion sickness, I hope not, on Big Thunder Mountain. Pirates of the Caribbean blows Na'vi River Journey out of the water. You've got the music, the animatronics, Johnny Depp. You've got it all in Pirates of the Caribbean. It is classic Disney. It's your classic dark water ride. It is visually exciting and fun. Na'vi River is where you go if you want a little nap.
Na'vi River Journey, I think, could be the most beautiful and intricately themed attraction. There, literally from beginning to end, that ride is stuffed with things. And you know me, I am a big person that is into little intricate details. I'll go through that ride and imagine if I could have that on my shelf or that on my shelf or that hanging off the wall. It's like a haven for someone who likes to look at things. And the lights and the Shaman of Songs audio animatronic.
It is not worth the wait, though. It really is. Now there's no wait. So, yeah, sure, go now. But the problem I have is Avatar, it's not Disney. Yeah, it's thrilling. Flight of Passage is like no other attraction I've ever been on. But we're debating Disney. And yeah, it's in Animal Kingdom, but it really doesn't give me all those Disney feels. For me, I would choose Big Thunder Mountain over any of the other roller coasters, even Space Mountain. I just love Big Thunder. It's just so perfectly themed, and he is so ready to pull up another prop. Go ahead.
So you think that something can actually top traveling into a bioluminescent world? Is that what you are trying to tell me?
Yes. Journeying into Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh man, there's no contest here, Danny. There's no contest. There's no song that anyone is humming from the Navi River Journey like they are Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. Don't even, I know there's a song, but nobody's humming it. And maybe two people here know what it is. Everybody knows Yo Ho.
Okay, give me some sort of thumbs up or hand raise emoji to indicate if you hum the Ma'ewa song that you hear on Navi River Journey.
Maybe when you're on the ride, but then you forget how it goes when you leave.
I don't forget.
Go ahead. All right, let's hear it.
I haven't warmed up. My voice is suffering from laryngitis.
Okay.
Okay, I think Marissa is with me. Thank you, Marissa. I can tell.
Oh, but, so is Dolores. Dolores says she can sing it all day long.
Hold on. Thank you, Dolores. I'm so glad that I'm in charge of showing these.
I know. He's not showing my supporting comments.
See, look. All I see is thumbs up. That's all I see. I see Shannon gave a thumbs up. The emoji that Lizette put, I can't exactly see what it is. A glitch with that generation of emoji, but Dolores is also giving me a wave. There we go. But in all reality, I love Pirates. I love Pirates way more than Big Thunder because Pirates is like close to the top of my list. I also love Big Thunder. But if you put the two together, I'm going to say something that might get me in a lot of deep trouble here. If you put Pirates and Big Thunder together, do you want to know what you get?
Is this going to be a joke?
You get a lesser value than Flight of Passage.
I don't think so. You know how my dad described that ride?
Tell me.
He said he felt like he was having brain surgery without any anesthesia. He hated it. It was way too wild and too much visually going on. He did not like it at all. I like Flight of Passage, but I don't need to go on it more than one time a visit. It's too intense for me. Big Thunder Mountain is my speed. It's outside. It's not virtual. It's actual real life. You know what I mean? You're out in the fresh air. You've got thrills and I don't know. It's got that Disney magic to it. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Now I will give you Flight of Passage Q is incredible. And this time was the first time I ever went through it. I've always fast passed it. So if you ever have the opportunity to not wait 2 hours, which you would if you would go now, definitely enjoy the queue there. So I did both of them and I did Navi River. And it's just for me, Navi River was like, all right, I need to get out of this heat. You know, I would much rather go on It's a Small World over and over again versus going on Navi River. And I know a lot of people can't handle It's a Small World. I love it, but I'm a Disney purist. And let me ask you this, audience. Would you rather, you can go on 2 rides. Would you rather do Flight of Passage and Navi River or Big Thunder and Pirates?
Listen, I would do Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey at least 9 times out of 10 before Pirates and Big Thunder.
See, that they don't give me that Disney feel, and that's always what I'm looking for.
I have a little question. Did Joe Rohde, Imagineer Joe Rohde, did he work on Pirates of the Caribbean and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad?
No, but a lot of the greats did.
But
did Walt Disney work on Flight of Passage? No.
Joe Rohde, James Cameron, John Landau.
Exitensio.
Speaking of Joe Rohde, Kat, you know where this is from. There is more where this came from, guys. I had a little.
It is a Joe Rohde groupie.
cannot confirm nor
The
deny.
biggest fanboy of Joe Rohde.
This is one of the most recent additions to my collection of Disney stuff. This is straight from Joe Rohde's collection, or I shouldn't say collection, but like compilation.
From his junk drawer.
Things that he
Danny
had.
is buying things from Joe Rohde's junk drawer.
But look at that, guys. Disney's Wild Animal Kingdom, Wild Eden, the working title of the park. And it's a little informational card on the back. If you guys are interested in reading what this actually says, I can take some pictures and post that.
Yeah, do that. So that's what the working name for Animal Kingdom was. Disney's Wild Animal Kingdom. I love Joe Rohde. I follow him on social media. I think he's incredibly talented and inspiring. But I prefer Walt's rides.
Hold on. Marissa needs to be highlighted for a moment. Why did I move the pink light so far?
I do not like Danny having control over everything. He's stacking the deck in his favor.
But look at this. Marissa said that she goes and high fives the Joe Rohde handprint every time she gets off of Flight of Passage.
Marissa, you just reminded me. I meant to take a photo of that when I was there and I forgot.
I think that I may have one.
Oh, you do?
I think. I'm pretty sure.
I have to be nicer to you then, so you'll send it.
You might have to vote for Team Danny.
All right. You need it anyway.
Okay, so did we do the official Team Cat, Team Danny vote yet? I've seen a bunch coming through.
Yeah, I don't think we did. I agree with you, Penny, but we're doing that 1-2 punch, and the rides had to be close to each other. I almost did Splash Mountain, but and I love Splash Mountain. I think it's got everything, but because I also love Big Thunder and it had the thrill, I went with a thrill and then kind of a mellow one like Danny did. But Carousel of Progress, I love it. I love it.
Almost.
And I saw this Shannon Bonador is here, owner of Destinations to Travel, which is our show sponsor. She made a good point. On Flight of Passage, that's not going to loosen up a kidney stone, but it will happen for you on Big Thunder Mountain. That is actually a thing. You ride Big Thunder and it'll help shake loose a kidney stone. Fun fact.
Kat, you did. I have to just share in case anybody knows this SNL skit and can maybe get a little chuckle. You almost made me literally laugh before when you mentioned about Splash. You said it's got everything.
Yeah.
Ever see Stefan, the Bill Hader character on SNL?
I don't think so. No.
It's got everything. You've ever seen that?
No.
If anyone else has seen that, I know Kara has for sure. But if anyone else has, you've seen Stefan with the hands, give me some hand emojis so that I know that I'm not the only one.
I haven't watched SNL in a long time. I can't stay up that late anymore.
That is like one of the more famous SNL characters in like the last 10 years.
For your generation. Sometimes you forget how much older I am than you. Oh, good. Eileen. How about you highlight Iola and Nancy and Becca and Lois?
Okay, I'll click on Becca. Oops.
No, are you? You're so rotten. You're so rotten. And now I know. I see you, Kevin Brubaker. I could tell you all about the classic SNL skits too, Dolores. That's right.
That is too funny. Okay, fine. I'll give you. I'll share one.
What, your wife's?
Okay.
Thank you, Iola.
There we go. All right. Now.
Oh, that was so quick.
Okay. All right. I will put on one that says Team Cat. Here we go.
I'm divided.
Thank you, Patty. I appreciate giving me the opportunity to be able to swerve Cat in that way too. It's so much fun controlling the comments. I am loving that.
Mm-hmm. Guess who's going to control the meeting next time?
Who? Okay, so
Thank you. Michelle McCoy is absolutely on my side tonight.
Just because Michelle always uses absolutely, I will show this one Team Cat comment. Not that I wanted to. Oh, this is so adorable. Look at that from Sharon.
Oh, hi. Hi, little man.
I love it.
Oh, it's our Disney friends. Hi. Oh, Dolores got booted. Hope you're back. All right. So while people are still voting, what's next? Oh,
it's story.
My favorite part. The dust and the disc. You want to explain what this is to our new?
Would love to. So, our Dust and Disc segment is where we share great and not so great stories about things that happen at Walt Disney World. Kat is the keeper of the Dust list, which is where she logs all sorts of great, amazing, magical, over-the-top experiences that she has. And then I have the complete opposite of that. I have the Dist list, which I keep right in there. And that's where I will tell stories about not so great things that happen. And when the magic is not lived up to, and with the click of a pen, something gets added onto the Dist of Dishonor.
Fear the click.
That is right. So I know that, Kat, you had a whole bunch of great positive stories from your most recent trip.
I do.
So I'm going to guess that your Dust entry tonight has a little something to do with that.
It sure does. And it was so hard to pick which magical experience I had because I had several. But I'm going to go with the very first one because this had not ever happened to me in all my trips. And I usually fly in and take Magical Express. I don't think we've ever really, well, maybe a long time ago, we rented a car, but we're always taking the Magical Express. And for the very first time, we pulled up into Pop Century and there were 4 or 5 cast members waiting for us there, clapping and cheering and saying, welcome to your Disney vacation. I mean, making such fanfare about our arrival.
I'm so excited.
I'm really excited. It was so amazing. What a way to start your trip, especially now when maybe you're a little hesitant. Maybe you were a little nervous about the whole traveling experience during COVID, to show up there and have it affirmed that this was absolutely the right decision in coming to Walt Disney World. It was amazing. So one of the cast members, who was kind of like the ringleader there, super sweet kid, his name was John. So John, my friend, you and your fellow cast members of the Pop Century are going on the disc for your amazing welcome to our Disney vacation. So hold on while I enter.
I love it.
It was so cool. Like I've had some great bus drivers, but we've never had any kind of greeting like that. And like I had said before, so many cast members are just so happy to be back at work and so thankful that people are traveling and feeling secure enough to visit. So there we go.
Oh, I love it.
They're in the disc.
It is
great story, right?
That's a fantastic story. Want to hear what's not fantastic? I'll tell you. So recently, as I do while I'm working right here on my other computers at the desk, I will have in the background all sorts of long Disney area music loops when I'm not actually on the phone. So one came on, I had like a nighttime spectacular playlist or something. And sure enough, I was listening to the full version of the SpectroMagic soundtrack. And do you know what occurred to me? It occurred to me that it is still so absurd and wrong and ridiculous that SpectroMagic was poof taken away from us because in my opinion, I think that is the greatest nighttime parade or any parade of all time.
It was amazing.
Tops my list. It has nostalgia. It has amazing floats. It has some different characters. It's unique. I just loved literally every single thing about it. So I was sitting there thinking, you know what? How is it possible that we've had who knows how many shows and I have never spoken my mind to whoever, whether it's X number of people, for removing SpectroMagic from the Magic Kingdom? So even though I think that it is long, long, long overdue, let me start flipping to a clean page.
Yes, Dolores, this is another Danny holding a grudge story.
Those seem to be pretty common around here. So to whoever decided to get rid of SpectroMagic
and not give us another nighttime show.
I know. Yeah, give us something. At least try to give us any. I mean, I would be okay with Paint the Night. I loved Paint the Night. Give me that.
Main Street Electrical Parade? Anything. Give us something.
I know. I mean, Electrical Parade I loved, but I would.
No, SpectroMagic was the top.
I would even prefer Paint the Night over Electrical Parade, but to me SpectroMagic is just off the charts. So,
and for those of you who don't know, Paint the Night was at Disneyland. It's never been at Disney World, just so you know.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. So, to whoever in Disney management made the boneheaded decision to get rid of SpectroMagic and apparently trash the floats on us, do you know what happens when you get rid of and take away the greatest parade in Disney history? Disney parade executives, do you know what happens? You're on the disc. Oh, and to do that, I am going to use my proper.
Oh, the prop master strikes again. I think we should have a vote on who has the better props, just to give you the leg up there, buddy.
Listen, one grain of rice can tip the scale, guys. So.
That's right. I don't think there's enough grains of rice for you tonight, though.
That was a good one. I must admit.
The click of shame for you. Yes. Kevin says, fear the click. 100%. I hope so, Susan. So Susan is asking if we think they'll have a nighttime parade for the 50th next year. I really hope they do. I hope we're allowed to have any parade. See that?
There it is.
What was your term of endearment? Boneheads? You should put that in there. The bonehead.
Wait, hold on. I can amend my disc entry.
Hey, Craig wants to know if he's still on the disc.
As of this writing, his name is technically on the disc, but it is still
still under review.
The last that I heard from the committee is that they should be done in time for our next show. So within 2 weeks, the review should be complete.
Okay.
Have a full analysis of their findings and what the outcome is going to be.
Okay, good. I'll let him know. My husband's on the disc, by the way. This is what a mess. I even forget why. Do you remember?
Let's see if I wrote it down.
I think you did.
I hope I did because okay, for Disney Rivers of Light. See, There we go. This is why it's so important to keep nice, organized notes in the disc.
Now, Craig might agree with you. I don't know if he's watching tonight. I think he's out walking the dogs, but he really loves Flight of Passage. But I don't know. He really, I I don't know. He's usually pretty much on the same page with me.
I think he's going to go Team Danny.
I don't think so. All right, we're going over time here. What's next? Prize wheel. We can't forget about that.
It is, yeah. So it is giveaway time.
Woo!
Let me pull up our prizes. By the way, I wanted to mention as a reminder, we brought it up before, but while I compile our prizes, please do not forget to check out our amazing show sponsor, Destinations to Travel. The owner of Destinations to Travel, Shannon Bonador, has been here with us tonight. So if you are looking to take the next step and plan your Disney vacation, you can send us a message. We'll pass you over to any of their fantastic authorized Disney vacation. Right? That's the saying, authorized Disney vacation planners, right? Okay, good. Got it. So you can send us a message. We'll pass you over to them. But trust us when we say that they are the best in the biz. Tip-top white glove service. They are awesome.
100%. I've been working with them for years. They are my travel partners. I trust them with my own trips. I've been a travel agent with them. We've got agents on the ground. We've got agents locally there visiting the parks. We've got their fingers on the pulse of what's happening, everything that you need to know. There's no extra charge for using a travel professional with Destinations to Travel. So it really is a no-brainer. You can have as much or as little involvement in the planning as you want. Honestly, one of our agents is the best free thing that Disney provides its guests. Thank you, Patty.
Right.
Thank you, Mary Catherine. Angie, too. Awesome. And Dolores, that's okay. I'm not holding it against you that you're voting for Team Danny. You know, this is all tongue in cheek.
Okay, so I do have to show you guys our new prizes that are on the prize wheel. We have a Dr. Facilier pin. I hope that focuses all right. Oh, that actually worked a little bit, I thought. Maybe not. We have a Mickey pin. Is that working with the focusing, guys? I think that it
it looks good.
Right? Oh, there goes pin number 3. We have Yzma. Kat, are you a fan of The Emperor's New Groove? No?
I've seen it. It was cute, but...
Baby Yoda.
The child.
Fine. And Kat, can you remind everyone what the 2020 magnet looks like as well?
There you go.
Love it. Not that I exactly love 2020, but I do love the magnet. So we have all 5 prizes on the wheel, and we also have a spin again, which I kind of hope we're going to get because that would be fun for Tuesday. So here we go. The Yzma pin.
There we go.
So in order to win the Yzma pin, let's think of an emoji that you guys can comment. How about...
Nothing too obscure because it takes a long time to find those emojis.
Okay. How about a cat emoji?
There you go.
Simple to find because Yzma turns into a cat towards the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. But I think that might be a fun and easy one to use. Yep, Marissa is correct. These are all from... Marissa knows practically everything that we talk about. Right.
Dolores is a big box lunch fan too. She's got a lot of cool stuff from there. And all of you that are fans of The Mandalorian and The Child, wait until you see, I have to post this in the Disney group, but there is a child lounge fly bag that is so cute. And that's not even my thing. I love The Mandalorian, but it's just, I don't know, I wouldn't buy merchandise from it. But this bag is so cute and almost irresistible. I can't imagine how I would feel about it if I was actually a huge fan. It's that cute.
I have a feeling that when you post that, if Kara sees it, she may need to complete that purchase.
I saw it at Mouse Gear.
Ooh. And you guys know that Kara's a huge Star Wars fan, but dare I say, I think The Mandalorian is like up there in terms of her favorite all time.
Wow, really? Well, it is. It's so good. It's so good. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, and I really enjoy that show.
I loved it. I cannot wait for season 2, which I think is coming out in October.
Not too far away.
Pretty sure.
Sharon is asking where she can find the Dr. Facilier pin.
That one is also Box Lunch.
There you go. All of them are Box Lunch?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a website, right? Boxlunch.com. Yep. You can use a tiger, Imogene. That's fine. We'll allow it.
I love it.
So cool. All right, so how are we doing over here?
I think it is time for us to call it a night. I mean, our next show, I believe, is going to be September 10th. That would be 2 weeks from tonight.
Sounds good. That's hard to believe. We're in September already.
Bananas.
Holy moly. Unbelievable.
So until then, guys, thank you all so much for joining. This has been a total blast tonight. I'm Danny McBride.
I am Kat Wolf. I want you to have a super magnifantastical 2 weeks.
And we'll see you real soon.
See you real soon. Thanks for joining tonight.
Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Bye.